towards the final corner at turn 20. Is Heidfeld going to fancy a look into the last corner of the race? Heidfeld goes to the inside line and they make contact and they're both off. And that's an accident for Nick Heidfeld. He has gone off the circuit. The two of them come together in the final corner, which means Lucas de Grassi is going to take victory in the FIA Formula E race here in Beijing. A dramatic, dramatic end to the race as Nick Heidfeld is pitched into the air after contact on board, coming down towards the final corner. Heidfeld goes to the inside, and I mean that's
swerved him. Yeah, that's.
I mean, ideally, we didn't want to put the crash structures on these Formula E cars to the test, but...
Is wat is er gebeurd? Bij de teamgenoten van Michela Ceruti. Oh, raakt de curb. En dit is wat ik bedoel met gelanceerd worden. Geholpen. Prost. Het is dus Prost. Die over het randje gaat. En dit is gedaan, de ronde. Oh, raakt daar...
There, hasn't he? It looks as though the front left wheel is damaged, so Sebastian Buemi has lost control of the car at that first chicane on the National Stadium Road.
And he hadn't really done a lap yet.
Yeah, he'd done the fastest first sector of anyone, so he was obviously pushing. De Grassi has come across the line to set the fastest lap time we've had so far, a 1 minute 41.676. But Ho Pin Tung has found his time in the Armco barriers at turn 19. And well, we saw him locking up, and there's just no margin for error around here, is there?
No, a typical street course, there really isn't. We're going to see that all through the Formula E Championship, just no margin. And he locked up a little bit.
Ho Pin Tung, the red flag has come out and just locks the inside front left. And he's nowhere near the apex, and it looked like he sort of just tried to,
I think,
flash past the exit of the first corner and then up towards the left-hander of turn 2. Frank Montani makes a move on his teammate Charles Pic, and Pic's going into the wall almost. Not quite. A bit of contact in the middle of the pack. Bruno Senna's out of the race. Car of Charles Pic. So here comes Frank Montani, his teammate, up the inside. Oh, okay. Are you going to give me room, Frank? Not much. Wow. That was very close, and a little bit of a thanks for that. He probably it's coming out of the first chicane. Oh, that's a big one. Yeah. That is a big one. So Alguersuari, now here we go. So here.
Oh, yeah, totally unsighted. That was not Sam's fault at all. Ugh. A lot of damage there. A lot of damage to be fixed before the race.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest frustration for the Virgin guys. So, or was that? No, my apologies. That's Jaime Alguersuari, isn't it? So I thought we were on board with Sam Bird, but it's Jaime Alguersuari. So, yes, my apologies. It was Jaime Alguersuari that has gone into the wall. Sorry about that, everybody. But I thought we were riding on board with Sam Bird, but we were on board with Alguersuari when he came. And then Michela Ceruti ran into problems. The crunch. Off comes the left rear wheel. Ready now, Sam Bird, as he gets the car locked in. And Senna's off and in the wall. On the final lap of the race, Bruno Senna loses it. See if we can see what happened. Now here is the car, and she's gone to get past Ceruti and lost the back end as they come down into 7, and unfortunately
that wasn't really on.
No.
Unfortunately, just locked the rears. That's the problem at the start of the race because the regen is not sure exactly how much you're going to get, so you've got to kind of play it by ear and adjust the brake balance, and obviously just caught Catherine out a little bit there, and there's the result.
And Michela Ceruti, the innocent party in all of that, unfortunately. And this is what happened to Matty Brabham. He goes down the inside of Bruno Senna. Whoa, and he hits, I think, Nick Heidfeld as well, going into the hairpin. And again, that looked like a braking issue. And then right at the end of the session, it was Nick Heidfeld. He went into the barriers. And so at the end of that, Nelson Piquet Jr. in front of him. Oh, very close, and that's Piquet Jr. off. Collides with Jarno Trulli on the way down towards the first corner, and that allows Lucas de Grassi to come through. Now, here's a look at the replay. So Trulli moved across on Piquet, and
that's not on, is it? No. I don't know if he knew he was there or what, but that's Piquet's race is ruined because of the inattention. You can't go to the inside and then drive back to the outside. That's yeah. It'll fix itself when he gets into the second car.
So here comes Montani up on the inside of Heidfeld. Not quite close enough to make a move, and then shoves him.
Just hooked wheels, didn't he? That's the kind of moves that Frank was making in China, and it was great. He just maybe overextended there just a little bit. Look, just hit the curb, and unfortunately pushed Heidfeld into the wall.
Yeah, and that allowed Bruno Senna to get past, in fact, as well. So Sam Bird is leading, Jarno Trulli is in second place, Karun Chandok is in third, Oriol Servia is in fourth, Kanda, and down towards the hairpin once more, and there's Nelson Piquet Jr. in a big moment of sideways action. Just about keeps it together. Montani's in the walls again. His front wing's gone. Bruno Senna says, what was that? So, 10th position. There is the pit stop for the Andretti squad. Frank Montani second in... that's the spirit. Just get the boot in. Go on, lads. You can do it.
I wouldn't want to be jumping over.
Here he comes.
Oh, yeah. He just stepped out on the power, didn't it, through 9, and then compounded it getting on the brake pedal.
Qualifying took place this morning, and Jean-Eric Vergne was out in the first group of cars. And despite hitting the wall on the exit of turn 1, the Frenchman still managed to set an impressive time on it. Matty Brabham, his teammate at Andretti, didn't have such a strong time, ending up in the sand and in the wall. Race winner last time out, Sam Bird, ended his qualifying session in the wall at turn 17. The Englishman will have Eric Vergne. Antonio Felix da Costa was pushing hard in his Amlin Aguri car, clipping the wall on the exit of turn 11 to the surprise of the top 3. Stefan Sarazan spun at the first corner. No one could usurp Jean-Eric Vergne. Jean, the replay then, coming into the first corner. And here comes Bird. Oh, all by himself, all by himself.
Oh, again, the problem with these curbs, these sausage curbs, is exactly the thing. You know, yeah, he made a mistake, but...
Oh, and off goes Sarazan. Off goes Sarazan into the wall. It looked as though it might have been Jarno Trulli that he was battling with. Those two had fallen out a couple of laps ago.
He might have got some help there.
A safety car will come out. Here we go. Oh, it's Matty Brabham, but he's ended up on the curbs himself, hasn't he?
Well, it looks like Sarazan missed the corner, had to slow down to avoid doing what Sam Bird did earlier, and Matty Brabham's just helped him and finish it, but it looked like Vergne...
Oh, here we go.
It looks like Sarazan...
Just got out of shape.
He's already in trouble. The car was already broken. So, yeah, he was being very, very aggressive on the defence, wasn't he?
Oh, and look at that, the wall getting hit as well. Was that Bruno Senna clouting the wall?
Yeah.
So, Bruno Senna to Matty Brabham. Oh, he's lost it on the way in, and this is going to hurt.
Just overcommitted. The wheel's already broken, look. Wasn't that big a crash, but it had already broken that hitting the curb, which is the same thing that happened to Sarazan with these sausage curbs. Saying that was a fair front impact.
Yeah. And look at that, his immediate reaction. What has happened here? Here's going to be the angle from Jaime Alguersuari. Now Alguersuari must have done a good job to avoid this, actually.
Yeah, just frustration, I think. We're stuck behind Trulli. Oh yeah. Just locked the rears. Did you see this? Got it oversteering just a little bit on the way in.
It was working hard. Bruno Senna had a little spin down at the first corner. Lost the back end, but not as dramatically as Michela Ceruti, who lost it once, lost it twice, and ended up in the wall, unfortunately for her, and you can see the immediate frustration. Then we had Antonio Garcia, who had 2 trips into the barriers. That was the second one that lost his rear.
Just crabbing pretty badly.
And this is Jean-Eric Vergne losing out to Bruno Senna. So Senna got past Vergne on the final lap. Oh, and then they had a bit of argy-bargy, and Senna just about hold on to 5th place. So I wonder what happened to afternoon. Jaime Alguersuari pushing hard, not as hard as Daniel Abt, who clouted the wall as he did in Malaysia. His session was ended dramatically. Crash. Here we go. Oh, he's lost it on the way. Oh, almost saved it.
Overcorrected. The cameraman kept filming. Did you see that? That was quite...
That would have been cool if he'd have saved that. But,
coulda, woulda, shoulda, right?
Yeah, exactly. But as it was, as we look at Jarno Trulli once again going off at turn 4, it was such an instant loss, wasn't it?
There's a bump there just before it went, and I wonder if that caused the rears to lock. Maybe the car bottomed out, but wow, it's a big hit.
Yeah, and that is, as we say, a lot of work to be done. I think you do see the bump just the instant before.
Watch. There you go.
Bump.
Bump. I wonder if they've run a softer rear, or maybe lowered the car a bit and actually bottomed the car.
In the second group, Michela Ceruti spun, but didn't do too much damage to her Trulli car at turn.
Over the curb there in 11, which is helping him out, giving him a nice exit.
Oh, is he going in the wall? Stefan Sarazan has crashed in free practice 2.
J'ai tapé. Merde.
I understood that word.
Apologies for the French-speaking out there who picked out that annoyance from Stefan Sarazan.
Maybe you should stop there, I think, mate.
And Yeah, Je Tape was the. Here he comes. Oh, is he going to lose it all by himself? He's just going to. Oh,
broke.
Yeah,
it broke.
Yeah, the right rear suspension broke on him, and off he goes. And
it's a weakness.
he was just a passenger.
Weakness with these cars. How many times do we see that in Punta del Este?
Yeah.
And there again, not a nice feeling when something breaks there. Thank God it wasn't turn 10.
Yeah, absolutely. But great to see that. Oh, Buemi! Is he going to hit the wall?
Oh,
he's broken his front right, and he is out of the race.
Oh no! Oh.
Lucas de Grassi leads. You can hear the despair in Sebastian Buemi's voice. Now, did he go? Why? He didn't defend. Now here's Buemi.
Oh yeah, got the inside wall.
Yeah.
The inside wall.
So he breaks the. If we see it again in, well, you'll see it here.
Slow mo. Yeah.
He catches the inside wall and then it breaks as he then goes off there.
Yeah, he's broken it when he hit the wall.
Yeah.
He's done that before.
And here's a look at the replay then of de Grassi. Oh, it's there to the end of right rear.
Just snapped again.
Right rear.
How frustrating would that be?
I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Yeah,
and that is the championship leader, of course.
Behind. It always looks different when you're in the gearbox of the car.
And he's going for it again. There's contact. Al-Khashwari nudged wide. That was a classic touring car move.
Yeah, off the back there.
So maybe they're all suddenly running low on usable energy remaining. Big lockup from Abt, and he hits Al-Khashwari, and that allows Prost through. What a shame for Al-Khashwari, the second time he's been assaulted at turn 7. Meanwhile, Nick Heidfeld is in the second. Third for P. Lucas de Grassi looking quick as well. Jean-Eric Verne did what is becoming his use of a chicane. Nelson Piquet Jr. took it a step further and ended up hitting the wall at the exit of turns 8 and 9. Who has the lead? It's 3 wide for second place. Sam Bird looking to the inside of Nico Prost, and there's contact there. Verne, can he get it stopped in time? Try and keep up with him, but made a mistake at turn 4. Before, and then Jean-Eric Verne went straight into the wall. Not a pleasant accident for the Frenchman. The man who's taken 2 pole positions in his 3 Formula E races is going to have a lot of work to do to have a good result this afternoon. Second, Antonio Liuzzi's crash brought out a red flag. Sideline, and he's going for the lead of the race into turn 1. Wonderful start from Piquet Jr. He leads, cars flying everywhere, a bit of contact in the back of the pack, and it's a bit messy down there at the first tight little chicane, and that's got speed in the wall. The American has crashed, and he's going to be out of the E-Prix here in Long Beach. A real shame, but he has just done the classic, and there he is, and he's furious.
Got to be okay. Coming in there as normal on the line, looks okay there. Just too much curb. Yeah. Look, both wheels off the ground. We talked about that. If you get it just right, it flies one side of the car, the left-hand side. Get it wrong, you'll see both front wheels in the air. Boom. Yep. Lose your steering. Doesn't steer with the front wheels in the air.
So the Qualcomm stole his grip. Goodness me.
He's going to lose it out here too. Watch onto the straight. Oh, it'll be that.
Just about kept that together, but that's going to allow Senna to go past
2 cars.
Oh, and that is Charles Pic, and he's spun around. I think it's Trulli. Car number 10 it is.
Trulli.
Yes, it is
Jarno,
Trulli.
and the car is broken.
Let's see if we can see it. So we got all these shenanigans going on. Keep watching further back. Into view there comes a Trulli car. Oh. Okay, so that's Pic going bananas.
What do they call that? A dart without feathers? That was.
Yeah, he's trying to overtake the guy in front of him.
Wow.
And so that's he's tried to overtake Duval, and Duval's gone, okay, fine, crash into each other. To Nico Prost here today, because qualified great, he's going into the back of him there, leaves his leg braking far too late, and that is a touring car style move. This is action. D'Ambrosio going past Heidfeld. Oh,
what was Nick thinking there?
I don't know.
I hate to say Nick deserved what he got there. He was squeezing the guy into the wall. The guy's there, you can't expect him to disappear.
That's bonkers.
Yeah, just.
And he's lost his rear wing there, so he gets going again, and he might be able to limp around to the finish. So very disappointing day for Andretti. Not as disappointing, though, as the one for Antonio Felix da Costa, crashing on the exit of Tabac. Amlin Aguri were looking strong in the yellow and red Abt car. We go green in Monaco, and it's a really good start from Buemi. He holds the lead of the race. D'Ambrosio is trying to challenge de Grassi. Not quite close enough. Bit of a lockup, but nothing too dramatic, as everyone will have to be so careful. Oh, there's the front wing gone of Jean-Eric Verne. He's gone into the back of the car behind. Alguersuari's out of the race as well. Oh, and a big melee coming out and down, and that is not what we want to see at all. As Apt out of the race, it's Senna out of the race, safety car deployed. Vern went into the back here. It then concertinaed up from behind the Andretti car. Then what happens as they come down the hill?
The Apt car hit the wall.
Oh my goodness!
The Apt
Bruno
car
Senna.
hit the wall and Senna just went straight over the back of him. Wow, that could have been a really nasty one.
Wow, so Bruno Senna leaping over the back of Daniel Apt. Yeah, so Apt, has he been pushed in the wall there, or has he hit the wall on the other side? But that's a big moment for Bruno Senna. And Loic Duval's been taken out in that as well. The two Andretti cars have hit each other, and Karun Chandok's going, well, I'm pretty glad I had that grid penalty now. This is the view from Nick Heidfeld. Oh, locks up on the brakes.
Yeah, good reactions from Nick there. That was another close moment.
Yeah, that is. I don't know whether he got hit from behind, but he didn't look like he got too much of a hit up. Here's a replay of Scott Speed's battered. Oh! And here's a look at Nick Heidfeld up the inside of Jarno Trulli. Oh, that's going to be a touch there, and it is. That's the battle over 8th position. Which is on board with Heidfeld. Was he far enough alongside or not?
Enough to maybe make a move.
Prost was looking focused. It was a big spin for Daniel Apt actually at turn 1. Locked up both the rears and ended up lucky really to keep it out of the barriers and not do any damage. Right kink at 2, and then it tightens into 3, and it's still, oh, and it's a spin, and it's Daniel Apt facing the wrong way. Meanwhile, Lucas Di Grassi's taken the lead of the race. Di Grassi leads. Well, quite a bit of action really. Lucas Di Grassi losing the back end on the way into turn in the session 6th quickest. Karun Chandok had a spin as well in the Mahindra, but he managed. Difficult day for Sam Bird. The Englishman spinning at the first corner on his quick lap. After Group 4 was a spin for Karun Chandok, the Mahindra driver doing a full 360 coming out of the back part of the circuit. Coming down into turn 1, he's
going
miles back.
Defensive there. He's going to, so you'll probably see a bit of an impact here in a second or two.
No, he just lost it.
Oh.
Lost it all by himself, Bruno Senna, on the exit of turn 1. Double yellow because there are marshals on track to pick up that debris. Oh,
just
real
caught
shame.
it. Yeah.
The way, so it was Sarazan trying to get past Jaime Alguersuari coming down into the hairpin, and he's just locked. Goodness, it's Duval. Oh, and he's gone on the back of him.
Poor Justin lost out too.
Well, that's sort of good news for Justin because now he's got both places, but
yeah.
Oh, that was a bit unfortunate, really, wasn't it? Into there, Jim Buemi. Oh, goodness, so he's gone in there. He's already tried to get past. He's had a little bit of argy-bargy with Jean-Eric Verne. So Buemi looks to the outside line, on the brakes, contact between them, and Buemi goes straight over. He's done a Trulli.
Yeah. Thank you.
As they come down into the hairpin, and that was after it all had started, really, and Heidfeld, oh, a very difficult season so far to Costa as the right rear wheel decided to come away from Sam Bird's Virgin machine, and that meant that the Englishman had very limited running, and that Sebastian Buemi went even quicker before the session ended as Loic Duval stuck there. Karun Chandok took out himself going down into the hairpin, and second practice session in a row, dunked it into the wall on the Bolshoi Bridge, and then tapping the wall on the exit there as well. So 3, just locked up the front right. Oh, this is Sakon Yamamoto in the other Amelin car, munching C at the final turn at Chelsea Gate. Chandok into the barriers, and he'll be starting down in 9th place on the grid. Jean-Eric Verne was pushing hard in Group 2, is the man who is 9th quickest. Karun Chandok then spun towards the end of the session. Bruno Senna was pushing hard in the early stages, tapping the wall. Finished 13th quickest today, and then PK lost the car, locked the rears under bringing around. Sakon Yamamoto ended the session by bringing out the red flag after he stuck his Amelin car in the wall. See what did it? Sakon Yamamoto going in the wall meant that caused a delay, and the rain started. The back end getting away from him a little bit, not as much as Salvador Duran though. He went swing over the bump at turn 1, almost ending up rear of the car. Then Nelson Piquet took out both of the bollards. Yeah,
Look how much understeer. There's something weird going on with the right front of that car.
Needs to go, and he is right. Simona is tucked right up. Oh, and that's Fabio Lima going into the back of De Silvestro. I think they've both got away with it.
13-й Николя Прост, 13-й, 14-й Карон Шенхок, 15-й Симона Де Сильвестро. И здесь первая авария. Разбивает машину третий раз в течение сегодняшнего дня. Сакан Ямамото. 14-2015 года. Смотрим еще раз. Ямамото атаковал Алекса Фонтано. Торможение, и мы видим, что Ямамото здесь перестарался, не рассчитал. Налетел на заднее колесо, в итоге снес Алексу Фонтане задний бампер и разбил себе вначале переднюю подвеску, затем заднюю.
Spin, Boemi spins, the potential championship leader. Can he get back going again without hitting the wall? Yes. Pans with the Dragon car, just spins it.
Now it looks like he locked the rears. He was probably still on the brakes at that point. He hadn't gone to throttle yet.
That was the one position he lost to Senna.
And he was lucky not to lose a lot more, wasn't he?
He was lucky not to hit anything or get trapped or have to do a three-point turn.
Locked the fronts and then the rears. Yep. Yeah, Alain Prost suddenly got a bit nervous there. He's been quite relaxed today, but you can see the pressure.
Daniel Abt passing Simona, no, thinking about passing Simona De Silvestro, while meanwhile, oh, into the wall, Fabio Lima.
That'll be
now, will that be a save? Got the inside line on Senna, nudges Senna, almost mounts Senna, but Senna holds on to the place for the time being. Oh, they make contact, and they just both survive. Goodness me. In terms of, oh, and it's all kicking off here, and is Senna going to get past?
Oh, and
no! Senna holds on.